a core, then your intended rocks that you want to make as a tool is called core. So you put it on an anvil and then you break it. So this is a table. So it's like you can use it like this, but then with this it has much more. You can strike it better. You can control it better. So this is one way of indirect technique. The other one is you use your thigh to as an anvil. You don't use this. You use your thigh as an anvil. So that's another one.
But very painful lah.
Well, this is just for like this. It's like, you know, you put it there so that you can have better controls. You don't really hit it like this straight to your thigh, but then this is what we call flaking lah. Fine flaking. Then you use your SNM.
Why you want to flake for?
Okay, later I'll show you. The second one is called direct technique. This one you don't use anvil, so you hit it direct. Whatever rocks lah atau benda keras, you just hit it like that straight. So see, I don't use a hammer stone. I use the core straight on the anvil. Right? Okay. And the second one is the same. Core hit directly using a hammer stone. So this one, another one, is that if you have a big core and this is your intended tools, you have hammer stone and then you hit it straight. This is direct technique. You get what I mean?
So this one is the technique.
No,
this
okay,
one lah.
like that. Okay, this is your tool, you
okay.
buat je terus. That's also direct technique. So two ways, indirect, direct.
So that one's like the hammer lah. The hard
This
one.
one is hammer stone lah.
Oh.
Okay, in stone to usually hammer should be stronger lah ataupun harder material lah compared to the core that you want to make a stone. Over the time, because there's a lot of types of rocks, right? So you see in Lenggong, they're very good at, over the time you can see that they actually select the best materials to make a stone tools. The materials that I have now is quartz, and it's not really, for this particular rocks as pebbles, there's a weakness line there, you see? So definitely if I hit it, then sikit je tu dah boleh crack. Okay, the whole intention of making a stone tools, you cannot use this rock to cut because it's very blunt all around. So the whole intention is to make it sharp, so that it can be used. Right? So now today you're going to be making a sharp, at least sharp stone tools by flaking it ataupun shaping it so that you have a sharp edge. Alright. Apparently I can use different ones.
Hammer stone, do you also shape it or you just take any this one and just...
It usually something that you can grip, and it's harder than the material that you want to hit.
Okay.
So usually there's...
You don't shape it lah. You
don't shape the hammer stone,
pick
yes.
you just pick something.
And imagine, I mean, this is also try and error. Unless you're an expert, then you know what kind of material to take, how to hit and strike. So they will discard hundreds or maybe thousands of this before they can get one tools, proper tools. So in a stone tool making, like I'm sitting here, you can see around if you excavate, right, in stone tool workshop, you can see lots of chips, debitage, we call it debitage, around. You can even tell the workers, you know, whether they use right hand or left hand, based on the distribution of debitage around.
Is this the job of male or female in the tribe?
Really, we don't.
Oh, you don't know?
We can make a guesstimate. I think maybe both of them actually.
I see.
So start with
in Lenggong, they only made flake tools as in shaping it. Only flake, is it?
yes, flake, and then they have bigger tools like hand axe. The one that I
Okay,
showed
that
just
one's
now.
also shaped lah. Also shaped.
So is the tools for hunting other animals? What is the use of the tools?
Probably it's to hunt animals or to process the food, to cut the meat and everything. But there's also another things that people are exploring, because these are two main tools during the prehistoric period. You have organic, it can be woods, it can be bamboo, and then you have rocks. The one that survived and still we can see nowadays is only this. This one disintegrate already. So there's a lot of bamboo hypothesis. People are exploring. Maybe they found traces of bamboos in the soil, showing that maybe they utilize more bamboos compared to rocks because it's easier to shape bamboos. So we don't know much about this. People are still studying this, but at least we know much more about rocks and stone tools. So in this experiment, you are doing experimental archaeology, you call it, to understand. So it's like hitting, just hit. But there's a technique on how to hit the rocks. Okay, for example, because these are serious fitness line, so this is already. But once I flick it, then you see I have a sharp edge, right? Straight away.
Yeah.
This can be used as a tool. Straight away. This can cut. Of course, it can. You can feel it's already sharp. Right? It's sharp, isn't it? It's really sharp. This is quartz. So if you have a flint or obsidian. You know, obsidian is a kind of volcanic rock.
The black one?
Yeah, the black one.
We have it in the exhibition.
Yes.
Where? Upstairs?
Upstairs.
Ah.
That one I don't dare to touch like this lah. Of course, it's much
Very sharp lah.
Very sharp. Of course, you will cut.
That one only Borneo they found.
Oh yes, Borneo.
Ah.
The in Malaysia, Borneo.
I read in Yuval Noah Harari's book, he said the most important invention in the world was when they made needles.
Yes.
Yeah.
That changed a lot of things. Actually.
Yeah.
I agree with Harari on that.
Yeah.
Sebab ada needle, then you can bukan baju je. It's
Ah.
also net. Kan? Fishing nets and so many things.
But it wasn't during Stone Age that they...
Well, but Stone Age, during Stone Age lah.
Oh,
Yes,
it was
because
lah.
the evidence we found during Paleolithic pun they use that needles made out of bones.
Oh.
Okay, so let's say
What kind of
we
needles?
have
So where do you find the needles?
many sites. In China, they found it about 10.
Here in Malaysia?
Malaysia, I
Malaysia,
don't see. I don't know any evidence. Okay, so once we had this, all right. So the intention is to make another shape. So I want my objective is to make all this edge sharp, right? So I can use it much
Whichever
more
way.
optimal.
Oh, but if it's all sharp, scared to hold, right?
Yeah.
Can you take the one behind you just now? Yeah, that one. Okay. This is one type of artifacts very famous in Malaysia, in South Asia for its controversy. It's called oval unifacial stone tools. Oval because it comes from ni macam ni oval. Unifacial is only one face. You see? What we call this is a cortex, kulit luar. This is cortex. So all rocks got cortex. That's all cortex. So and then it's only shaped uniface. Only one area that has been shaped. Okay, this one not shaped. If you look at from this side, it's not shaped.
So the other side, when you say shape, that means
Yeah,
talking
this
about-
one. So these are all being flicked. Right.
But why would they flick that? Huh?
Yes, that's a good question. So the only idea is to flick it because they want a sharp edge. So over the time, you have different kind of tools. Yes. So this is another one, but this is more like hand axe. You see that they remove all the cortex all around, not just one face,
So
but
that's
both face.
bifacial.
This is bifacial. So dua-dua type. Tapi ni only one face.
Oh.
See?
This one was made by the...
These are all experimental tools.
Oh, you did yourself lah.
Okay.
You did it, not the previous. Sorry.
Yes, we need to proceed with the
okay,
stone.
okay,
We haven't
alright.
even hit the stones yet.
Oh, oops.
It's not the bamboo cutting.
So to get the face like this, I cannot hit from this side. So I have to hit from the back side. So let's say and then you must have a certain angle and certain strike that you can hit it so that it will remove. See?
Whoa.
It depends on the quality of rocks as well. So you have to control your.
Need a lot of strength.
No, actually. Once you get to know it.
If you are careless, you're gonna hit your own finger.
Yes. So this is not a
I'm really
very
scared to
good,
do.
this is not a very good stone basically to work with because it's got lots of fractures line. But basically, I want to show you. Sekejap sikit lagi
Careful, yeah.
Yeah, I already hit my hand. This is a very okay. Ni tak jadilah kiranya. But see that I remove the cortex and I kind of like because this is very brittle as you can see. It's not very good rocks. These are the rocks that I will throw away. I'm not going to use it as a tools because it's very brittle. But basically, I remove all the cortex and hopefully my intention was to get a very sharp edge all around. But because of this rock is not a very good quality rocks, I will toss it away. I'll get different rocks to work on. Can I get another one, please?
Can I just take a look at this one?
Let's do.
So what's the purpose? Because they cut using this, right? They were cut using this.
Yeah.
But what's the purpose of doing it here?
No, they don't do that. They
Just because they
chip
never
here,
chip, but
around.
But you say it's unifacial, right? So like this has been. So the cortex of this one has been taken out as well.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
what's the purpose of taking out the cortex of this one?
No, I mean
Just to get this, is it?
Yeah.
Just to get this.
Yeah.
So okay.
This is definitely not good. Hi, Israel. All right. Sit down.
So
I
cute.
broke my.
Very curious what his daddy's doing.
So this is a certain angle. Oh, I break my. But this is a good one. So I'll change to. Can I have one hammerstone?
Hammerstone?
This is a good rock.
Because it's hard, is it?
Yeah. So this
Where you
is
get these stones from?
Lenggong.
Oh, Lenggong. That's the reason they chose to settle there lah, because of the good
Yeah.
quality stones.
Yes. Okay, ini. Alright. Right angle. See,
I'm
now
so
I got
clumsy, I
it.
probably hit myself.
I know that too.
So you must be, well, you need focus. Imagine, I mean, prehistoric people producing thousands of rocks.
Yeah, they got
So
nothing
they,
else to do
they got
except
nothing
to.
to do except do this. So they develop their very much required skill to.
But why they need so many rocks? Why can't they use the
Because
same one
once-
over and
one-
over
yeah,
again?
because it's gonna be blunt after
Oh.
you use it quite a while. And there's a lot of rocks.
Very
Why do you
fast,
want to
they-
use the same rocks again and
Yeah,
again?
like
So
they,
just
they
throw it
go,
away.
they descend very fast.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Have like someone specialized in doing rock.
Yeah, you have people specializing even in only in one type of stone tools.
So it's like the artisan prehistoric guy lah.
One dedicated to
Yeah, could be. But I guess it's the things that you have to learn to survive, right? I mean, there's nothing else you can do. Rocks. It's not. Okay, then remove this one. Oh, my rocks is not good. Stone tools. My. Alright, now you see I'm making it much more, I have to remove this part as well. Now, but then I have a very sharp edge now. I'm gonna trim it so that it will be much let's see. This part.
I suppose at that time they have competition to see who can take the best, don't you? Got nothing else to do, right?
So okay. We don't have that much option. Hold on, I forgot my glove. No wonder. Okay. My students is not good, unfortunately. Alright, basically,
It's okay, we get- we
I'm
get
gonna
the-
let you guys try. But that's the whole idea of making a stone tools, is to flake it so that you get a very sharp edges. And sometimes it's not this the intention one. Sometimes when you flake it, you see lots of other stones, what we call debitage, that can be reshaped as a tools. For example, this thing just now, and then I will, what we call retouching, and then maybe I'll use this and touch it a bit like this. Then you have much finer and much sharper edge. And you can still use this for finer works. You know, just to cut chicken skin or something like that. You don't need this
You
big.
don't need big, yeah.
Yeah, so you use smaller ones. Sometimes they reuse it and make it as a flake tools because the small ones are flake tools.
Is that the bigger one? That's all?
The bigger ones depends. It's pebble tool, but then there's a lot of cabang, you know, oval unifacial like this just now. But
Yeah. What's the theory for the unifacial? Why do they keep it unifacial?
there is a period of time after Paleolithic that they really fancy this kind of tools. It's Epi-Paleolithic, and this is defined what we call, if you heard about Huabinian, yes. So many sites in Southeast Asia, they found these types, particularly this type of technology, a single oval unifacial.
Fashion at that time.
But the debate is, especially in Malaysia, this was found 74,000 years ago. In Malaysia.
Before
The
the
other
Indians.
sides, they found it maybe 15, 20, 18,000 years. So Hoa Binh is actually a place in Vietnam where they found lots of this. So the debate is like Zuraina Majid especially. No. I found it much earlier in the book, 74,000 years ago. So I don't agree this is actually a later because
But-
people actually made this much earlier. So it's still a debate. So Zuraina Majid doesn't want to coin Hoa Binh. So she prefers
But
it.
for Binti, I mean, they used the name, from what I understand, the first place that it was found. It's just that so it happened that it was first found in Hoa Binh, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they call it Hoa
call it
Binh.
Hoa Binh.
If they had found it first found
They
in Lenggong,
also
then
found
it
it in
would-
Sumatra. They call it Sumatra. So
Sumatra.
Sumatrali, Huabinian.
Oh, they're the same, is it?
No, it's the same type of tools.
Sumatralit is the
Sumatralit
same
is-
as the
yes.
But did they learn from each other or they discovered it independently?
Globally,
They discovered independently.
But
when
very
they
far,
compare-
Sumatra to
Yeah, that's the
Lenggong is
thing.
very far.
They were all
They were
moving
all
around.
But that's the
they were
thing.
all
When
moving
they compare it, it's the same kind of technology. You know, it's just like handphones.
Because
Kan,
it's
semua
different.
dapat iPhone je kan.
Because most likely you do both sides, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when you need to be
Usually when
expert to
much
do.
advanced, then you do both sides.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Ataupun before that when you use hand axe, both sides. But then this is much more primitive because it's big.
I
So
thought
this-
both sides were more primitive because
You see,
because
for
it
me,
takes more technique to use one side. Oh,
it's
doesn't.
actually the technique. It can be complex because of the way you flake it. How many? I don't really say that much more flaking is much more complex. But that's the general idea lah. Because all the one tools is just a one chop, two chop, then tools. So towards the much later they really flake it like this is kind of complex shaping as already. So many facets. This is considered one facet. This is two facet. Face kan, bentuk dia nampak kan, shape kan. So there's a lot of it.
Any reason for it? Why they moved to the multifaceted?
For hand axe, it's called the Swiss Army knife of the prehistoric. So for this one, let's say if I want to hunt and I got this one tool, nomadic kan, jalan from one place to another. Maybe another 50 kilometers, there's no evidence, please. There's no more tools, there's no more stones that I think is okay for me to make stone tools. So I will carry this, flake it, and make it small until it becomes this. But then all these flakes that come from this, like this, I can still use it. So from one stone, big rocks like this, I can make many stone tools. So that's why it's called the Swiss Army knife.
the trick is to find a suitable stone, lah.
Yep,
That's
suitable stones,
the main trick.
flaking,
And the technique.
which you will the technique.
Yeah.
So you want to start it now?
Okay.
Alright. Technique. Using your, either you want to do it on the anvil, you have lots more there, or you can try using direct technique as well. Okay, but it's up to you guys which one. But make sure that you can get sharp edge all around. Right. So there's an angle, usually 45 degrees. You don't hit it straight like this, but you make it 45 and try to hit at the edge. And control your breaking to make sure that you don't break the whole rocks, but only at the edge of it. Okay? I'll guide you through the process.
Okay. You will bring us hunting after this, huh?
McD lah kot.
Bring you hunting at TJ.
Hunting.
Wow, not that easy.
See? But this is as I told you, there's a weakness line already.
Yeah, so it's easier. So
Yes.
they'll probably pick those with the weakness line.
They could be taking, so you have that shape. So you just need to flick here a bit, remove this one and remove this one, then you have at least a pointed tools. So
I should take this side, huh?
yeah, you should take this side a bit, but keep taking it from here,
Okay.
this side.
Okay,
Yeah.
why?
Because you cannot hit it from here. Dia tak boleh hit.
More
Just sebab macam ni kan.
Yeah.
Then you hit here. You see?
Okay.
See? It's flaking.
Very good for a first try.
Because it was this I cheated,
Keep
right?
your, keep your angle. Alright. Yes. Okay. Alright. Wow, nice. Alright. Now you just have to look. This is also weakness line. Anyway, hit because you want this as a face. So now you have to hit this area. Then you will remove this part. Okay.
Enjoying
Ezra,
it.
follow abang, please.
This is a very, very hard stone.
By looking at the outside, can you tell which is a good stone and which is not?
Well, if you have a lot of weakness line like this, it's not really a good stone.
But easy to break.
Because-
So why?
yeah, it will-
But you cannot control because you can't control.
Yeah, well, you can, but then if you have weakness line, even you buat satu hal, you pakai nanti pun it will break. So it's not gonna be a good quality stone lah, tools. So you just discard.
Like
This is
this
a
one,
kind of, this quartzite is a very good quartzite. And it's very hard, as you can see. It's really hard to
break.
Hard to break, yeah.
If you find like they got like ferrous and all inside, so is this the type what they take, or they just wait for the nuggets, or they pick up the nuggets or like that? So do they break it and take the iron? They don't.
That period, they don't care about that. But,
I'm not theory, but highly likely. Because Southeast Asia is known as the place of bamboo. There's even a type of stone tools that's very suitable to chop bamboo. And all this you wouldn't leave a trace after thousands of years.
Yeah.
That's why we are using this one.
This is organic material. It would gone in like 10 years to leave no trace behind, which is the good part of bamboo. So usually when we talk about bamboo constructions, you have to know that the strength of bamboo comes from the knots.
Come from the what?
The knots.
Oh.
So this is where the points support all the bamboos. So when you want to do the tools, right, let's say this is your tools, you try to select a point that have knots at the end. So it will be a point that has a knot, right? So you try to get,
No knot.
yeah. So this is your screw. You hold it first. You try to put at these positions. So you cut a bit of the bamboo. So this from this point, it will support the bamboo from here. Because usually in constructions, anything from the knots, anything beyond 10 cm is considered not strong enough.
Anything beyond 10 cm?
Yeah. So let's say this is 10 cm.
Yeah.
So this is why you see it's a 10 cm cup. If you've seen the bamboo scaffold, you said there's a bit of crack, right? Because it's the end point of the bamboo from the knot is more than 20 cm, so it's very weak. So it crack very easily.
That's the place to cut lah.
Yeah. So this is one of the tips lah when you do bamboo. So let's say you can select your bamboo, which one you want.
I'll take this one.
This one.
Yeah.
And then there's another few more. But you pick the one that can fit into your stone tools.
Oh,
Yeah, you have to pick
this one? Gosh. Alamak, cannot.
Or you must go in lah.
You have to
Like that.
adjust. You have
This
to
one,
adjust.
this one.
Go inside.
Yeah.
Too small.
Oh, I see. Just to. Oh, it's okay.
Oh, I see a big one there.
Yours can fit now.
No, that's one.
No.
This one. Oh,
Oh, so you're supposed to
yeah,
cut
cannot
it
fit
to.
there.
No, it's okay.
Never mind, I'll look for something.
Just one of those. Just because we just want to understand only, so we
Okay,
don't need
okay.
to. Yeah.
Okay, sure. So you want to try to cut?
No, it's okay. I mean, you can just take any to show because we just want to know. We don't have to do it ourselves. You can just do it.
You can take this.
I want this one that Zaibo made.
Yeah, I mean, it's just to show us, so you can just show us, and we don't really need to.
Quite big or similar. Yeah. Okay. So let's say this is your bamboo.
Okay.
You cut until this point.
Okay.
Then once you cut here, you get a pen. You get the outline first.
Okay.
Once you get the outline, you don't cut on the line. You offset maybe like 1 to 2 mm inwards. So that we can
So you can fit into.
fit and then you can trim a bit lah.
I need demo.
Demo. I can do one.
Okay.
Outline. Roughly agak-agak lah. This is where I will cut.
But those days they don't have knife, isn't it?
I suspect they might do cracking or some violent action to crack the bamboo. But this is my hypothesis.
Oh, you're archaeology.
I'm architect.
Oh, architect.
I do bamboo architecture.
What architecture?
Architecture.
Bamboo. Ah.
I built the scaffold.
That one inside. So not that well. Okay.
哦，难怪我就讲四处是陷阱。
The rock tools are so important. Wow.
Very expensive.
I think we have to go back in time and give this to them.
Then once you get this, you try to cut the V. You cut the V first, you have to do a U cut. So, 没有。你有什么事情？ But careful with the handsaw when you try to do this. And then when you get a cut, I will recommend you to use this, we call it file, to trim it to get the curve shape.
Why do you want it curved so that the
Because you have to fit in the stone. The stone is curvy, ma. So you have to fit.
来把绿的
这个手机
啊，
要锁紧一下，我该 unlock 了。
And then they use something to tie it.
Yes, use a rock to tie it. But if you, because I did a bit of research how they do it back then, usually they will have like a specific type of glue. They made it out of some organic material, which I don't have it. So after they glue it,
They glue it.
they just
then
do
they
another
tie a
reinforced
string,
one. It's very strong lah. But this is only for demonstration. So yeah, the glue we don't have it.
So this one has to be very sharp because others cannot cook.
Yes. So once you get the V cut here, another V cut here.
But you have to go very close to the animal. It's a tiger howl, man.
Maybe they have to run from the tiger.
or maybe they don't hunt tiger. They
Yeah,
only
yeah,
hunt
they don't hunt tiger.
mouse deer or something, you know.
Smaller, yeah.
Okay, you want to continue with this?